A nursery school for the children of Chernobyl. Now it's one of the morbid attractions for the tourist hordes exploring this nuclear exclusion zone. They're beeping radiation alarms, part of the creepy experience. This entire area was evacuated back in 1986 after the then Soviet Union acknowledged the catastrophic release of radiation from Chernobyl reactor number 4. It's also the dramatic backdrop for the recent HBO drama, which paints a terrifying picture of the Soviet regime in denial, leaving its own citizens in harm's way. Chernobyl, the miniseries, has been viewed so widely, it's credited with raising global awareness of the dangers of our nuclear age.
Well, I liked about how real it was and how intense it was. It kept in suspense, and then you realize it all happened in real life. And then after the show, I was watching a lot of documentaries, wanted to find out more about this.
Yeah.
And I found out that there's tours there, and then you can come over.
You're not worried about the radiation?
The way I understand is the risk of being here one day is same as smoking 3 cigarettes, and I'm a non-smoker.
Tour operators say visitor numbers are expected to double this year as caution towards Chernobyl turns to curiosity.
Walking through this nuclear ghost town, you get a strong sense of the catastrophic dangers of nuclear power. I mean, how could you avoid it? But there's something much broader too, an idea that Chernobyl is a warning from the past about what can happen when governments try to hide the truth, and how even innocent people can be sacrificed to protect those in power.
For some Chernobyl visitors like Ed from Texas, it's a message still relevant today.
I think it symbolizes a very strong need for not prevaricating about information.
Not lying.
Not lying about information, but being forthright. And a lot could have happened differently had the lying not taken place.
Chernobyl is the ultimate consequence, isn't it? What happens when governments fail to acknowledge reality, the truth.
Exactly.
But there are concerns the horrors portrayed so graphically in the HBO series, especially of the so-called liquidators sacrificed to clean up the radioactive mess, are being trivialized by Chernobyl's tourism boom. But perhaps a few tasteless selfies are a low price to pay for relearning the terrible lessons of the world's worst nuclear disaster. Matthew Chance, CNN, inside the Chernobyl exclusion zone.
This news was about the Chernobyl, a nuclear disaster place. The news anchor was in the Chernobyl nuclear exclusive zone, and he interviewed few people about how disastrous the test of atomic bomb was, and actually the zone was eradicated by the nuclear radiation. They're not able to live there anymore, which was the government total failure. But actually the Chernobyl will be the sightseeing spot from all over the world. This will be the kind of not a negative legacy, not good legacy, bad legacy. So people can learn about how the government will be if they did really bad things. When was there in club? It really happened. It really happened. 베드로네. Chernobyl. Thank you. Morbid 出てきたね。Morbid Exclusive zone Creepy Evacuate Catastrophic Define in harm's way Eradicate Trivialize It used to be a nursery school for the children of Chernobyl. Now it's one of the morbid attractions for the tourist hordes. Exploring this nuclear exclusive zone, there are beeping radiation alarms part of the creepy experience. The entire area was evacuated back in 1986 after then the Soviet acknowledged the catastrophic release of radiation from Chernobyl reactor number 4. It's also the dramatic backdrop to the recent HBO drama, which paints a terrifying picture of the Soviet regime in denial, leaving its own citizens in harm's way. Chernobyl, the miniseries. What is miniseries? Miniseries has been viewed as widely. It's credited with the rising global awareness of the danger of our nuclear age. Drama じゃねこれでねMiniseries
It used to be a nursery school for the children of Chernobyl. Now it's one of the morbid attractions for the tourist hordes exploring this nuclear exclusion zone. They're beeping radiation alarms. Part of the creepy experience. This entire area was evacuated back in 1986 after the then Soviet Union acknowledged the catastrophic release of radiation from Chernobyl reactor number 4. It's also the dramatic backdrop to the recent HBO drama, which paints a terrifying picture of the Soviet regime in denial, leaving its own citizens in harm's way. Chernobyl, the miniseries, has been viewed so widely. It's credited with raising global awareness of the dangers of our nuclear age.
What I like about how it really was and how intense it was, it like capturing sense suspense, and then you realize it all happened in real life. And then after the show, I was watching a lot of documentaries, wanting to find out more about this, and I what is fit? Found out that there's tours there, and that you can come over. You're not worried about any radiation. The way I understand is the risk of being here when dead is like same as smoking 3 cigarettes, and I'm not a smoker. Tour operators say visitors numbers are expected to double this year as caution towards Chernobyl turns to curiosity. Okay. I'll keep that in suspense. Capturing suspense. Capturing suspense. I was stealing something in the store, capturing suspense.
About how real it was and how intense it was. Well, I liked about how real it was and how intense it was. It like kept in suspense, and then you realize it's actually it all happened in real life. And then after the show, I was watching a lot of documentaries, wanted to find out more about this, and I found out that there's tours there, and then you can come over.
You're not worried about radiation.
The way I understand is the risk of being here one day is like same as smoking 3 cigarettes, and I'm a non-smoker.
Tour operators say visitor numbers expected to double this year as caution towards Chernobyl turns to curiosity. Walking through this nuclear ghost town, you get a strong sense of the catastrophic danger of nuclear power. I mean, how could you avoid it? But there is something much broader too. An idea that Chernobyl is a warning from the past about what can happen when governments try to hide the truth, and how even innocent people can be sacrificed to protect those in power. Yeah.
Walking through this nuclear ghost town, you get a strong sense of the catastrophic dangers of nuclear power. How could you avoid it? But there's something much broader too. An idea that Chernobyl is a warning from the past about what can happen when governments try to hide the truth, and how even innocent people can be sacrificed to protect those in power.
For some Chernobyl visitors like Ed from Texas, it's a message still relevant today. I think it symbolizes a very strong need for not prevaricating about information, not lying about information, but being forthright. And a lot could happen differently had the line not taken place. Chernobyl is an ultimate consequence, isn't it, of what happens when governments fail to acknowledge reality, the truth. Exactly.
Some Chernobyl visitors like Ed from Texas, it's a message still relevant today.
I think it symbolizes a very strong need for not prevaricating about information, not lying about information, but being forthright. And a lot could have happened differently had the lying not taken place.
Chernobyl is the ultimate consequence, isn't it? What happens when governments fail to acknowledge reality, the truth.
Exactly.
But there are concerns. The horrors portrayed so graphically in the HBO series, especially of the so-called liquidators sacrificed to clean up the radioactive mess being trivialized by Chernobyl's tourism boom. But perhaps a few tasteless selfies is a low price to pay for relearning the terrible lessons of the world's most nuclear disasters. Martha Channon. But there concerns the horrors. Graphically, so cool. Liquidator. Radioactive mass trivialized, tourism boom, tasteless selfie, relearn lesson nuclear disaster.
But there are concerns, the horrors portrayed so graphically in the HBO series, especially of the so-called liquidators sacrificed to clean up the radioactive mess, are being trivialized by Chernobyl's tourism boom. But perhaps a few tasteless selfies are a low price to pay for relearning the terrible lessons of the world's worst nuclear disaster. Matthew Chance, CNN, inside the Chernobyl exclusion zone.
でこれは結局 going to add from Texas, what lessons should we learn from the Chernobyl disaster? The such cases symbolize a strong need for provocating governments tell the truth. Sometimes lies necessary for a job. TV dramas trivialize important event. Lying, not lying information. Symbolize a strong need for the providing about information. ってこれか。CBCA いいじゃん。Government must tell the truth. 爆発。1926年10月爆発した。半径30キロメートル。すげえな。来たくねチェンのブーリー最高の作り予約が 35% 増えて1人当たり99ドルの日帰り団体ツアー99ドルできるマジで正規試験会館資格持って書いてあったりしてPrevaricating information.
It used to be a nursery school for the children of Chernobyl. Now it's one of the morbid attractions for the tourist hordes exploring this nuclear exclusion zone. They're beeping radiation alarms, part of the creepy experience. This entire area was evacuated back in 1986 after the then Soviet Union acknowledged the catastrophic release of radiation from Chernobyl reactor number 4. It's also the dramatic backdrop for the recent HBO drama, which paints a terrifying picture of the Soviet regime leaving its own citizens in harm's way. Chernobyl, the miniseries, has been viewed so widely, it's credited with raising global awareness of the dangers of our nuclear aid.
Well, I liked about how real it was and how intense it was. It like kept in suspense, and then you realize it's actually how it happened in real life. And then after the show, I was watching a lot of documentaries, wanted to find out more about this, and I found out that there's tourists there, and then you can come over.
You know about radiation.
The way I understand is the risk of being here one day is like same as smoking 3 cigarettes, and I'm a non-smoker.
Tour operators say visitor numbers are expected to double this year as caution towards Chernobyl turns to curiosity. Walking through this nuclear ghost town, you get a strong sense of the catastrophic dangers of nuclear power. I mean, how could you avoid it? But there's something much broader too, an idea that Chernobyl is a warning from the past about what can happen when governments try to hide the truth, and how even innocent people can be sacrificed to protect those in power. For some Chernobyl visitors like Ed from Texas, it's a message that's still relevant today.
It symbolizes a very strong need for not prevaricating about information,
not lying
about information, but being forthright, and a lot could have happened differently had
definitely
the lying not
had the
taken
lying not
place.
taken
Chernobyl is the ultimate
Chernobyl is the
consequence, isn't it?
ultimate
What happens when
consequence,
governments fail to acknowledge reality, the truth.
Exactly.
But there are concerns, the horrors portrayed so
portrays
graphically
so
in the
graphically.
HBO series, especially of the so-called liquidators sacrificed to clean up the radioactive mess, have been trivialized by Chernobyl's tourism boom. But perhaps a few tasteless selfies are a low price to pay for relearning the terrible lessons of the world's worst nuclear disaster. Matthew Chance, CNN, inside the Chernobyl exclusion zone.